What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is. You know what it is, man. It's your boy, Big June. Back with it here with another episode of Big June Sports Talk, man. Where sports discussion becomes sports debate and so on and so on, man. Where we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everything and anything in the sports world, I touch on this platform, man. I want to apologize if you do hear the AC in the background. But once again, your boy, Big June, lives in the sunshine state of Florida. And, you know, this type of year, this type of weather, all year round. So, you know, once again, bear with me and I apologize if you do hear the AC in the background. You know, I just dropped The Dumb Get Dumber, John Morant. You can check that on my channel. Also dropped Can the Knicks. You know, obviously we already know what happened in Game 6. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets for winning Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. And tonight's matchup between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics should be an entertaining series. You know, your boy Big June doesn't really care who wins that one. But as far as what's been transpiring with John Morant and all that, if I get more details and more stuff emerges, you know, your boy Big June will do another episode on that. But you can check again. Check that. The Dumb Gets Dumber to John Morant. I just dropped that a couple of days ago. It is what it is. But for that young man, hopefully he'll get it together and get his mind right. Well, you know, it's baseball time. And let me clear my throat real fast, man. There's a lot of New York fans in general nervous. And, you know, for some good reason. Slow start for the Yankees and the Mets, respectively. A lot of injuries on both teams, which is not really an excuse or justification, for the slow start. But however, you know, on a 25-man roster, everyone must play his part. You know, the Yankees are missing certain starters: Rondon, Montez, Giancarlo Stanton's currently on an injury list. We just got Judge back from the injury. As far as the Mets, you know, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander not getting off to the starts they was taking. They're up in age, veterans. Slow starts for some of them ball players on that side. But just looking at the overall picture in general. Now, you know, your boy Big June is a Yankee fan. So let's take a look at the American League East for a second, right? Obviously, we all know Tampa got off to a hot start. Comfortable lead in the division right now. But let me remind you, there's still 100 and something games left to be played. And we still have matchups head-to-head throughout the whole division. This week we just had, a split with Tampa. We just took the first 2 games on Toronto. Hopefully we can keep building momentum. Because when you look at the American League East, from top to bottom, it pretty is stacked. You got the resurgent young Baltimore Orioles, which is good for the game of baseball. So I'm happy to see them back on the map. Toronto up in the border, you know, right now we're out there battling. They got the young boys, Biggio, Guerrero, Bichette. So you know what to expect from Toronto. They're up and coming too, making wild cards, threatening for the division lead as well. And now Boston is back in play again. So you would expect that. You know, they got the winning core over there as far as Alex Cora. And he's rallying his troops. But I will say this. And I've made episodes on prior episodes on this. I said this on prior episodes, right? Excuse me. The sky isn't falling, New York fans. Because throughout all the injuries, the slow start, the inability to score runs, play fundamental baseball, we're currently over 500. Right? So we're in the thick of the division, even with Tampa's hot start. We're definitely in the equation when it comes to any wild card spot. With all the injuries, with the slow starts. Now, some of the trades and signings, as far as the pitching aspect goes, Brian Cashman has to be held accountable, right? The failed trade for Frankie Montes, Trevino, Tommy John surgery, Carlos Rendon, setback after setback, yet to throw off flat mound if he did recently. No one knows when his expect date is back. When is he expected back? Is it June? Middle of June? Is it early July? No one knows. Every other day is a different update when it comes to Carlos Rendon. Like any other ball club, injuries are part of the game. You must weather the storm. Next man up. It's always the mantra. I know it sounds cliche, but it is what it is. Just think about throughout all the injuries, the slow starts. Now here we are. Well, what are we? 25-19? 24-19? Aaron Judge is starting to look like the Aaron Judge of last season. And you know he can carry a team on his broad shoulders. I know one thing that I'm kind of curious as well as frustrated and would like a real explanation for what's going on with Domingo Germán. Seems like every start he's getting pulled to the side. They're checking his hands. They're checking his hat, his glove. Who's relaying the message to this young boy? Letting them know whatever you're doing, however you're preparing yourself for your game, your preparation is illegal in the rule book of Major League Baseball. These substances that you have on your hat, that you have on your hand, that you have on your arm are illegal. Are they not watching this kid while he's warming up in the bullpen? Are they giving him the green light? What is exactly going on with Domingo Germán? In all the situations, he got ejected last night. The spin rate on his pitches are crazy. Is that due to the fact for what he's having, the substance that he's carrying on his hat, on his hand, on his arm, on his sleeve? I mean, us Yankee fans, we need answers for that. As far as Aaron Boone, the pitching coach, or coaches, the bullpen coach. What is exactly going on? Are you guys not really alert and watching what the kid does? But through it all, we're currently over 500. We're starting to look like the Yankees of last season. We're starting to get on the roll. It starts getting hot in New York. So expect both teams to heat up. Now let's go to the Mets real fast. Yes, currently under 500. You know, high expectations with the signings they made in the offseason, right? But again, the sky isn't falling, New York Mets fans. It isn't. Soldier on, next man up. It's get hot in June. New York City will heat up. And we expect you guys to heat up as well. Yes, Verlander, Scherzer, the rotation. All eyes are on you. Buck Showalter, a veteran coach. Is he preaching patience? We've been here before. This is nothing new. And we all know with the heavy pockets that the owner got, if it's a player to be desired, he's going to go out and get it, whether he has to trade or sign. So you feel good knowing that your owner has your back. But again, the product that's being put on the field right now, so far, has been underperforming, not reaching expectations. Supposed to be up there neck and neck with the Atlanta Braves in the National League East, and also the National League champion Philadelphia Phillies. So, you know, I do want to preach patience myself, as far as being a Yankee fan while we weather the storm, but also preaching patience for the New York Mets fans, knowing that, you know, you look at the team, you look at the roster, the rotation, things will eventually start turning your way. You will get on a good run. You have to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat if you want to be in contention for a wild card late in the season, if you want to be in contention for the division crown late in the season. But again, like I mentioned for the Yankees, there's still 100 games to be played on both sides, respectively. So, do you see the New York Mets riding their ship and getting it together? You know, your boy Big June does. I see him competing with the Phillies and the Braves in late in the season for that crown as well as the wild card spot. Because they're just too good of a team. Right? To not compete at a high level. And with the resources they have at their disposal, you expect them to make that move, to make a push. It is what it is, right? So again, let's preach patience to both New York teams. My New York Yankees is starting to right the ship. Currently over 500. The Mets underperforming, underwhelming. 20 and 22, 20 and 23, something like that. A quick streak from righting your ship, righting your season, and going on a nice run. It is what it is. Soon the trade deadline will be amongst us as well. So again, you know, let's preach patience. Things will heat up on both sides. Injuries, both teams will get healthy. And I expect both teams to go on a nice streak. A nice lengthy win streak. It is what it is. Yes, I'm confident when it comes to my New York Yankees. We've been here before. We've done it. As far as the New York Mets, if you want to stay competitive, if you want to be in the conversations to be one of those teams coming out the National League to represent in the World Series, you must right your ship. And I expect you to, just like many of you New York Mets fans expected to right that ship as well. It is what it is, man. All my fans, all my family and friends in New York, stay sharp, stay blessed, stay alert, stay on point, stay safe. You know, a couple of y'all just went in and go do a bid. A couple of y'all just got paroled. A couple of y'all about to go see the board. Hopefully y'all get y'all day in the sun. It is what it is, man. We love y'all. We praying for y'all on this side. I'm out of here, man. One.